Yo guys, welcome back to Stock Talk Insider. Today we'll be talking about SoFi. It is one of our most beloved stocks on the channel, as I always say. So what do I want to talk about? Well, I want to talk about where SoFi stands, where I think SoFi is going, and just in its whole, what SoFi actually is doing at this point. We did close at another all-time high of $26.55. We are going to the $27. As you see, with a more recent chart of 6 months, we did make 25 and 26. 25 we actually have done it already, but now we are doing it very structural with $26. And what are we doing? Well, I mean that we are consolidating those all-time highs and all-time high after all-time high. So we did it with around 22, 23, and then we did it with 25, and now we are doing it with 26. So if you take it with all, we do know again that we have closed all-time high after all-time high in the last couple of weeks, and we are still needed to go to the all-time price hit of 28.27, but to close we already went through that with a nice margin already. So we're already past the all-time close. That's already an achievement unlocked, but now we still need to go to the $28.27 level. Around that is where we hit the highest price ever with SoFi. But that's going back to actually the time of around the first year of IPO. But yeah, having said that, we did have already a very, very strong upside. So going a little bit back down should be normal, of course. But on Friday, yesterday, we were very strong. But taking a little breather right here, and then with earnings being as good or even better as Q2, will probably go to the 28s if we won't get there before earnings already. So having said that, I do want to mention before I want to go into the deep details why I want to talk about, these videos are literally for my pure own enjoyment. I really like making the videos, giving information in what I find on all of the things you can gather. And further, yeah, it's just a passion of mine to make videos, and I like talking about subjects that I prefer talking about and I get a lot of interest from. So yeah, that's why I do make the videos. So having said that, the videos are pure enjoyment and I like making them. I just want to give you guys another view on how I look at my stocks, my point of view on the market, and all of those things. So having said that, let's get right into it. So SoFi Technologies, ticker symbol SoFi. Now some investors see SoFi as the bank of the future, while others think it's just another overhyped fintech with way too much risk. So in this video we're going to cover what SoFi actually does, the recent financial performance, why bulls love the stock, why bears are cautious, and finally my take on whether this is a smart investment or not. So a little bit of the background. So what does SoFi actually do? It started back in 2011, originally focused on student loan refinancing. Over the years, it's transformed into a digital-first financial ecosystem. Here's what they offer today. So they offer lending, financial services, and a tech platform. So with lending, it's like student loans, personal loans, and mortgages. Financial services are checking, savings, investing, and credit cards. The tech platform offers True Galileo and Technicize. SoFi powers other fintechs with payment processing and core banking infrastructure. SoFi's big pitch is, instead of having 5 different apps and banks for your financial life, you can do it all in one app. That's their mode, convenience, and integration. So a little bit about its growth numbers. So the numbers are the numbers from Q2 to be a little bit more recent. In Q2 2025, SoFi reported $855 million in revenue. That's up 44% year over year. Their membership base grew around in between 34% to nearly 12 million members. The total number of products customers are using are around 17 million, which is also up around and in between 34%. And the biggest headline is that SoFi posted net profit revenue of 97 million. That's huge because until recently, like maybe a year and a half ago, so 7 to maybe already 8 quarters, SoFi was like many other fintechs, growing fast but losing money. Hitting profitability makes them way more credible on Wall Street. And they're already doing it a couple of quarters consistent and even growing. The bull case is that there is maybe explosive growth, so the double-digit growth in members, products, and revenue are telling us that there is explosive growth. Cross-selling opportunity: once someone joins for a loan, SoFi tries to pull them into savings, investing, insurance, which increases lifetime value. Diversified model also, so they are not just a lender, they're a tech platform, and financial services give them multiple revenue streams. The digital native brand: younger generations hate traditional banks. SoFi's app-first approach is exactly what Gen Z and millennials want. Profitability milestone: so turning profitability this early gives them an edge over other fintechs still burning cash a lot, or doesn't really matter, they are burning cash, SoFi isn't. So having said that, this all integrated in the bull case, but we do have a bear case. So the credit risk: lending is still their core business. If the economy weakens and defaults rise, SoFi takes the hit. Economic sensitivity: so high interest rates can hurt loan demand, low rates can compress margins, they're exposed either way. Competition: traditional banks are catching up with digital platforms, and other fintechs like Chime or Robinhood are fighting for wallet share. Valuation pressure: the stock has already rallied a lot in 2025. That means expectations are sky high. If SoFi misses even slightly, the share price could get crushed. Regulation: so as a bank, SoFi is heavily regulated. Any new fintech specific rules could impact growth. The bottom line is that if you're a growth investor who believes in digital banking on a very steady base, SoFi has real potential. It's scaling fast, diversifying revenue, and proving it can be profitable, because it is profitable. But if you're a conservative investor looking for stability, this is probably, in investing, not that good of a stock. But as I said before, I do believe that it is a steady investment on the long term. But if you're more of a short-term investor, then this is probably not the stock you want. It's not gonna give you moonshots. It's literally going, if you look at this is probably literally a moonshot, but still, if you look at all-time high, the stock was down very, very long, and it did hit around $15, which was actually priced for if you look at all the earnings from back then. And now it did get its actual recognition, and going back to the times from IPO prices, we are back in between 26 and 28, fighting for over the $28. But having said that, for a conservative investor, this could be not the right stock. But if you are long-term, like in my opinion, that's over 5 to 7 years, then you'll have a very nice investment in consistent growth, and will probably go down and up, but in the end will probably be very nicely steady up, because the company is very diversified and it's literally just in its beginning days. As we also know that the company is only profitable for the last 7 quarters or so. So that's also one thing to remember. I believe that this stock will do magical in the coming years. Having said that, it's an early stage, still risky and still heavily dependent on economic conditions. But as I said before, also didn't even mention Antonio Nodo, but we'll do it right now. Having him on the ship is also a very, very big and good thing. So, all right, that's a wrap to SoFi. Now I want to hear from you. Is SoFi the bank of the future in your opinion or not? Then if not, do mention why, because I do want to look into other people's perspective to have a broader view in how we can look at the stock, and maybe some things that we could have missed, but I don't think so. I do think that this is a very, 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 very strong stock for the coming 5 to 7 years, and at this point I'm done buying this stock. I have my whole position. I will let it go. If it goes down to like, well, probably this will not happen like that, but if it goes down under the $20 or even back to the 15 marks, 16 marks, 17 marks, I'm buying heavily back into the stock because it's too strong to it's like, yeah, it's too strong. It's too strong. So having said all of that, I'm very bullish on SoFi. If you are too, like the video, because then we are in the same basket. If not, let me literally know in the comments, because I do want to know what your opinion is if you're not with the bullish team on SoFi. And then, yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.